And welcome everybody. Glad you're here. We're going to start in about 4 minutes. So if you haven't already done so, please log in and we're going to have a fun time with subnetting. Also, if I could ask a huge favor, if you could let me know that you can hear my voice, just give me a chat saying, yep, we can hear you. That'd be awesome. Thanks. All right. Thank you, Dan and everybody for that. And again, welcome, welcome. And thank you, Blendinator, for the super sticker. Wishing everybody good luck. Also, if this is the first time you're joining live, let me know. Give me a chat saying, hey, first time live. And if you are joining us, the best way to answer these questions is to go to kahoot.it, put in the PIN code or use the app, which is on a smart device or an iPad or smartphone, and resist the temptation of putting the answers in the chat. You'll be asked a few times to not do that. The best way to answer these questions is in the quiz engine right here using this game pin code. Also, if you're watching a recording of this, the game pin won't be active. It's only active for the live event. And then I store these on YouTube and then they're in the playlist. So if you're studying for your CCNA and you want to just take a look at the 40 or 50 quizzes we've had or that I've saved, They're in a playlist up on YouTube. So again, welcome. We'll start here in just a few moments. All right, and we do have a bunch of first-time people. Welcome. This is a great way. Set your calendars every Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Just jump on a world clock to take a look at what time that is in your time zone. And join us also every Saturday. Let me share with you one other piece here. Every Saturday, we have, let me bring it up here, the office hour at 10 a.m. Pacific on my Discord server, which is also free. So if you're studying CCNA and you just want to clarify something or look at another detail or have something demonstrated, just join us every Saturday, 10 a.m., and then every Sunday at 11 a.m. for the quizzes. All right, let's get this show on the road. Here we go. My name is Keith Barker. Here is our first question in Sneaky Subnet Questions, and here it is. Question number 1. Using the finger game from my YouTube playlist, what do the fingers represent? Oh, sorry. Thank you for that, Samuel and Peter. It's like, hey, that black screen isn't too helpful. All right, my apologies there. Using the finger game from a YouTube playlist, what do the fingers represents? And they do represent bits. Also, if you are new to subnetting and you want to learn how to do it consistently, even after long periods of time when you don't work with it, check out my playlist called the Subnet Saturdays is what I called it, because I made them over like 11 Saturdays, and it has all the details for it. All right, so I'll leave the finger game for that video set, and let's take a look at question number 2. It is multiple select. Which IP addresses are valid for hosts in VLAN 50? Good luck, everyone. Jan, Freddie, please, yes, join the quiz. Just go to kahoot.it. At the very bottom right-hand corner, there's the pin number, and you can join us anywhere in this live event. Glad you're here. And thank you, Blendinator. Appreciate all the support. I shared the screen for my Subnet Saturdays, and I hit the wrong button on my Stream Deck, and that's why I had the blank screen earlier. But I appreciate y'all letting me know very, very quickly. You guys rock. All right, so here's the scoop regarding this. There's a lot involved in doing subnetting. And so here's what I'd like to offer to everybody who's in the room. If you're in the live event right now, and you've also taken a look at Subnet Saturdays, or you've had some exposure to subnetting, and you'd like me to walk through how we could identify that the valid range of addresses for VLAN 50 here, join me right after this live event. I'll be in the Discord server in the CCNA voice room, and I'd be happy to elaborate and walk through each one of these. I was putting these together. Here, let me give you the straight scoop on how I put these together. Yesterday, in the office hours, I had some basic ideas like these. Like, how could we ask subnetting questions in an indirect way, which all these are. And so I went through one by one, and Dan and Brian and a lot of other people gave input on, okay, that'd be a great idea. So after the office hour, which was 10 o'clock every Saturday, I basically created, I won't show you the details here because these are the actual questions, but I created questions using each of these techniques. Boom, boom, boom. And so we're about to see all those as a result of your input. So I absolutely appreciate that. Okay, so again, instead of trying to answer all these and elaborate right here in this live stream, because it could take a little bit of time, right afterwards, join me in Discord, and I'd be happy to elaborate on any ones that you have questions about. So if you, here's a key point too. If you have not yet addressed the concept of subnetting and learning it, this would be the first approach. You'd want to make sure you go through my Subnet Saturdays course, practice a little bit, and then if you have questions about this, I'd be more than happy to elaborate how I came to that result. All right. Well, we have a lot of people on the right answer, which is a great sign. Brave Bison with 2,712 points. Congratulations. And here's question number 3. Which route will R2 use for the SSH session, which is about to attempt to take place? And Tracy K, you're spot on. For the CCNA, we're focusing on just the basics, and the idea about the /31, which we use, based on the iOS that supports it, that's something a CCNA wouldn't even need to consider for the fundamentals. But I love it, the fact that you're considering it and thinking about it from a real-world application. And once again, right after this live stream, we'll be in the Discord server to further elaborate or discuss any of these questions. Hey, Nasser, thank you very much. It's a nice rounded opinion of what might be the right answer. Also, I think it was Vicky who gave me the tip, I believe, of what she does during these live quizzes. During the live event, what she does is she will, hopefully it's the right, hopefully it was Vicky, and we can give Vicky the credit for it. She listens to the question, then she mutes her audio or turns off the audio so that she can focus completely on the question. So you don't have to listen to my banter, because sometimes I may be commenting on something in the chats, which is great, or talk about something else briefly. But if you just want to focus on the question, feel free to turn off the audio once the question is delivered, so you can focus on it. This was a 2-minute question, and this is very likely to take a full 2 minutes to complete. Now, that's okay. In an exam environment, if you have some questions may take 2 or 3 minutes to solve and figure out, no problem. Other questions may take 30 seconds. And so in the actual CCNA, there are approximately 100-ish questions, give or take a few. And, the time is pressing, but some questions like these, you need to take a few minutes. It's totally okay. And other questions that are just like, hey, what's the well-known port for some application layer service? You should be able to answer those much quicker and average it out. All right. Again, once this stream is over in the Discord server, if you're here live for the event, I'll be happy to stick around and we'll answer questions and elaborate on how these are solved on the Discord server if you want to join me. All right, here we go. Next question. Oh, Majestic Ferret with 3,567 points, followed by Brave Bison, Bronze Turtle, Genius Jaguar, and Hero Bear. I'm glad you're all here. Here we go. Question number 4 of 10. The Human Resources VLAN has 16 IP devices. What is the optimal mask where we're not wasting address space? What is the optimal mask to use on the layer 3 interface? Oh, Thomas, thanks for the feedback. Had the quiz music playing in my mind, in my head when I took the exam last week. Fantastic. And Loe Mater, join me on the Discord server right after if you want any elaboration on any of these questions. We can just talk live right there, and I'll be happy to, what do you call it? Elaborate? Expound? You got it. So William and Scott, feel free to join the game at kahoot.it and use the pin and use the use the interface to answer the questions. Love to have you participate that way. All right. Good job. Wow, 65 got it correct. That's fantastic. Again, explanations will come in the Discord server if you want to stick around and go through that. Also, it may just be that you're brand new to IP subnetting and the application of subnetting addressing. And if that's the case, no worries whatsoever. I would strongly recommend you check out the playlist called Subnet Saturdays, which walks you through step by step each of the pieces. I've heard people in the business even saying, oh, subnetting, yeah, if you don't use it for a while, you're going to forget. Well, check it out. If you go through my Subnet Saturdays and you just go through step by step, it's going to teach you techniques that you can, on a dime, remember how to do subnetting correctly. And so even if you don't touch it for 6 or 8 months, if you learn the techniques, you can just do it over and over again. And every 3 or 4 months, when I revisit it, I just go back to those fundamentals again. And this is one of those times. Yesterday afternoon, I created this quiz based on the feedback from the office hour. And I was just remembering the details of what I taught in the Subnet Saturdays series. All right, we have on top Majestic Ferret refusing to relent, followed by Brave Bison, Bronze Turtle, Genius Jaguar, and Hero Bear. All right, everybody who's here, thank you for participating. Here is question number 5 of 10. Which network statement most accurately, that's the key term here, most accurately includes all of the RFC 1918 networks shown in this output? And this would be a network statement that we could use with something like OSPF or EIGRP, although with OSPF we'd add an area at the end of it. And Scott, from the text, it happens to the best of us. Been there, done that. You're in the right place, and as long as you remember it for the certification, you'll be good to go. All right. Well, it's not often I get most people on the wrong answer, but that happened today. Again, we can elaborate on how and why after hours in the Discord server if you'd like to stick around for that over on Discord. Okay, let me take a look at the output again real quick. Which network statement most accurately includes all the RFC 1918 addresses? So that includes, this is a hard question. It is, because the RFC 1918 addresses are the 10 addresses. And so we have to find out what the common bits are between 10.9, 10.45, and 10.99, and then reverse engineer that for a wildcard mask. Yeah, that's a tricky one. So thanks for playing. And here's the next question. Question 6 of 10. It is multiple select. Which destination IP addresses are included in the /22 route? But this is the important part, but not included as part of the /28 route. Good luck. And Hussein, I'm sorry, you missed the very first question. If you want to just jump into the office hour, the CCNA voice room on my Discord server, there's the link in this video description right after. I'd be more than happy to show you anything you might have missed or answer any questions. We're glad you are here. Okay, a little stair-step answer with 29, 37, 44, and 55, with yellow and green being the two correct answers. And again, that takes a little bit of time to sort that out. So what I would do to approach this is I would say, what is the range of addresses for the /22? What's the range for /28? And then based on that quick calculation, just identify which ones are included in the /22, but not in the /28. All right, here we go. Next question, question number 7 of 10. Which access control list entry would be the most exact and include all of these networks if we use that access control list as part of a network address translation statement? And if you're just joining us, you need to join the game. There's kahoot.it is the URL at the bottom right, and the PIN code is down there as well. So you can use a web interface or an app on a smart device. Either way is great. Love to have you. I'm with you, Ethan. Loving the music. Nice. This is not an easy one, so way to go. And if you didn't get that quite right and you'd like to walk through how that answer is determined, join me in the chats right after on the Discord server. There's a link for it right in the description of the video as well. Okay, let's see. One last public service announcement. That would be this. Every Saturday, 10 a.m., I held a free office hour on my Discord server where we answer and talk about questions. Again, yesterday was fantastic. They're all fantastic. I usually learn something new or realize something I didn't notice before. And we talk about usually some kind of topic. In this case, it was subnetting. And then I created questions for today based off that. So if you are studying for CCNA or you have a CCNA, you just want to reinforce the fundamentals from time to time, just join me every Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific time for office hour on Discord. All right, here we go. We have 2 more questions. Majestic Ferret right on top. And here's question, actually 3 more questions. Here's question 8 of 10. Beginning with the /22, how many additional mask bits need to be set to on in order to create 7 new subnets? And thank you for reminding me about the screen. I should probably share that. So the question actually gets pushed out to the device that you're playing on, whether it's a screen or a mobile device. And my apologies about not pushing it out for our rails as well. So with the /22, how many more bits we need? That's the game called the finger game, taught in Subnet Saturdays. Again, I'll reinforce that right afterwards for anybody who wants to see that as well. Okay, let's see. Majestic Ferret is on top. We have 2 more questions. Here's question number 9. You want to subnet and support 30 hosts per subnet. What is the optimal mask? Oh, wow. That's just amazing how many people got that correct. Congratulations. And we have one final question before we go to the podium and see who won this whole thing. And if you're here and present, you are winning because that's the game. That's the secret in life. Just keep on plugging away, keep on learning, keep on studying. And it may take longer or shorter for some people to get there, but every time you study and practice and get better at something, you get better and you get to keep those skills. All right, here's our final question. It is multiple select. Which local next hop address could be used as part of a static route on this router number 5? Oh, that's right, Kelvin. You've got something amazing coming up this week if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure if that's public knowledge yet or not, but I'm thinking about you, man. Kelvin is one of our amazing support people. He's one of the admins on Discord. And I appreciate all the moderators and admins who help their brothers and sisters on the planet. It's awesome. Oh, okay. I'll add that to my calendar because I had it on my calendar, a tentative date. I think it was this week. I'll move that to the 14th so I can keep you in my mind, Kelvin. All right. Again, if you'd like an explanation or a walkthrough on some of these, we'll do that on the Discord server right after this live stream. Also, I've got this is a little tip from the field here. I use a Stream Deck for controlling my screens. And here's a really important tip that I'm going to apply going forward. Keith, never modify your Stream Deck buttons like 13 minutes before a live stream. And that's what happened. So out of muscle memory, I was hitting the same button that I usually hit, but it was for a different screen. And so thank you, everybody, for giving me the heads up on a blank screen for a time or two. Also, for future games, as we participate, if you download ahead of time either the Kahoot app on iOS or Android, and then when the live game happens, put in the pin code, you can play that way or just open up a separate browser window, and that's a great way to participate every Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific when we have these games. All right, so with that said, let's take a look at the podium. Now, everybody who's participated, way to go. You're showing up, you're putting in the time, you're studying, and hopefully having some fun doing it. I honestly would love to be a teeny part of your journey and help you in, understanding concepts or getting past, some stumbling block you might have regarding a technical aspect. Because the more people who get really solid skills in their CCNA, especially brand new people, you can apply those skills as you keep climbing. So whether it's Juniper or Cisco or Checkpoint or Palo Alto or whoever it is, those skills about how IP networks work are applicable to most vendors' products. Most vendors just implement it slightly differently, but the concepts are the same. All right, with that being said, here is the podium. All right. Nice work, everybody. If you would like, I have a few comments saying, can you describe the answers, please? The answer is absolutely yes. We'll do that in the Discord server. So in the description for this video, as part of the live stream, there's a link for my Discord server. It's free. Join me there. I'll be in the CCNA voice room in about 2 to 3 minutes, and we'll stick around for half hour or an hour, as long as it takes, to answer your questions. And I would love to see you there. I also would love to take a look at the hardest questions. These are the 4 hardest questions out of the 10 that we had. So which destination IP addresses are included in the /22 route, but not the 28? Yeah, that's a tricky one, because you have to sort out what the ranges are and then pick the right routes. Which network statement most accurately just includes all the RFC 1918 addresses? And then which route will R2 use for the SSH session? I used the broadcast address there, but it's still included as one of the routes. And which local next hop address could be used as part of a static route on R5? Fantastic. All right. A little room for improvement. I'm grateful for all of you. And let me also go ahead and get your feedback. And I will go ahead and, if you would, if you're using the app, go ahead and provide some feedback. And what I will do is I will send you out with some music. And for those of you who'd like to go over some of those questions and some of the logic behind how to get to the answers, if you've studied IP subnetting already, or you're familiar with it, or at least have a clue about it because you've gone through my videos or you've gone through some of their course, that's great. And I'll be on the Discord server here in about 2 to 3 minutes to take those questions live. So meanwhile, have a great, great week. I look forward to seeing you in the next live event, whether it's the office hour on Saturday or whether it's the quiz next Sunday. And I wish you the best of success as you build your skills in the world of IP networking. Thanks, everybody. See you soon.